and said we are not one Nigeria, allow us to go. You arrested the man, detained him under DSS custody, just because he said allow us to go. And whether they like it or not, by God's intervention, we will go. It is time for Christians all over the world to wake up. We have been praying, we keep on praying, but even as we pray, it is time to fight. Inasmuch we know that war is not good, but we can't fold our heads and watch us being killed, all in the name of an umbrella, one Nigeria. Me, a priest, don't believe in one Nigeria.
On the lower court. So I was actually surprised that a high court have refused to obey or abide by the determination of a Supreme Court judgment.
And then take the only part that is against him and then refuse to apply the part that is in favor of him.
This cherry picking of what was contained in the Supreme Court judgment is what I'm against.
Yes, that's correct.
It should be implemented holistically.
Yes.
I'm not against facing any trial.
Judgment.
After all, I'm innocent, they have not been against me. But there cannot be any trial when key sections of the Constitution and a key Supreme Court judgment has been violated by a court of law.
So you'll be patient for the case to go back and come back to the court?
This is my 4th year in solitary confinement in detention. The 5th year will not kill me.
Sorry, what if the case is also reassigned back to her? Will you still be comfortable?
It's not going on.
No, it won't happen.
It won't happen. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way at all.
Thank you very much.
These are the things that the public must understand. Most of you journalists, the legal correspondents, you don't take time to actually study some of these rulings and judgments. Go and study. In fact, I'll give you.
Bring that envelope. Bring the envelope.
Look at it here. Look at it here. Look at it.
I'll give it to her because I think she's a bit more.
Give her the Supreme Court judgment. I'll replace a copy
can you
for
hold
you.
this for me?
She can.
I want to let the whole world understand something. Very, very clear. In all this is judgment of the Supreme Court. It made it very clear that even that the impartiality of the judge is questionable. And is here. Where is it? Please do bear with me. It says it here.
I like
what is it, page? What is that again?
13.
Where it says
page 18.
all these things are online. Is it not page 18? All these things are online. So I suggest that the journalists in this country actually take out time to do some basic research. It's not difficult, just minor research. You will understand the vacuousness, the emptiness of all the charges against me.
Okay.
They kept switching the charges. They said I committed this crime in England, isn't it?
Yes.
I made a broadcast in England.
Yes.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London, in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said, it's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they remove London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196.
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. Violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible? Nnamdikanu to stand trial where all these shenanigans are going on? It's not possible.
Because
now you understand what we have been saying. You listen to the pastor and also what Master Nnamdi said in court. You understand that Igbos are really suffering in this contraction called Nigeria. As far as Yorubas are concerned, it's only when their man is the president of Nigeria is when they will behave and say that this is one Nigeria. We have to belong to one Nigeria. But when Fulani man become a president of Nigeria, you will see Yoruba man slacking. This was why they did everything possible to make sure Obi did not emerge as president, even after winning. Now you begin to understand what we were talking about. Jagaban, who is keeping Nnamdi today in custody after court has set him free, is a common drug baron. He was also part of those who went to Aye to bring in terrorists in the name of voters into this contraction called Nigeria. Him, in collaboration with Buhari and Al-Far, brought in so many criminals and terrorists into Nigeria from Aye. The rest is history. You can see what is going on in Nigeria today. The same Bola Tinubu plan with Buhari to send terrorists they claim were trained or repentant Boko Haram and flying terrorists, gave them military uniform and sent them to Igbo land. All the atrocities happening today in Igbo land, they are the architect and the cause of it. For some of you who doesn't know this. We told you from the beginning that Sunday Igboho was not fighting for Duduwa Republic. Rather, he was on a mission. You now begin to understand what we told you. During that protest, the last protest, he came out openly to tell them not to protest. Yorubas not to protest. That they don't need it. This is a man who claims he is fighting for the Duduwa Republic. But we told you from the beginning that he was a joke and still a joke. Yoruba man only believe in one Nigeria when the Yoruba man is a leader. You can understand what is happening today. Yoruba man is a president of Nigeria. Yoruba man is the Inspector General of Police. Yoruba man is Chief of Army Staff. Yoruba man is Attorney General. Yoruba man is also Chief Judge. Now you begin to understand their reason, their plan. All those things was planned just to use that opportunity to continue to keep Nnamdi in custody and to deny Obi from being a president of Nigeria. Now you begin to understand what we are talking about. The Igbos has eaten shit in Nigeria. They are suffering so much in Nigeria. If not because Igbos are so strong, believe me, we will be talking about another different thing. It's true that some Igbos are also entities. You see them come out to castigate Nnamdi Kanu, asking him, who told you to fight for us? Because of what he said in the court a few days ago. Someone like that Afakamo, big belly, because he believes he has money, had the audacity to criticize what Nnamdi said. Now you begin to understand what we have been saying, that sometimes we are our own problem. Some group of people who has no oil in their land kidnapped everybody. Decide what happens in Nigeria since after the war, a genocide they call war. A brave man like Nnamdi came up and said, no, I will never allow you to continue to frustrate my people. And for this reason, they use illegal means to kidnap him from Kenya and brought him back to Nigeria. Today, they want to judge him. The same people who kidnap him want to judge him. And when they find out that they cannot, they begin to remove everything that is very important for Biafrans in the so-called charges they filed against him. Where he was broadcasting from, that they claim it was treason, they have removed it. These are the only country you see who create law and also call the law bluff. They don't respect the law. They don't respect the constitution. So far as they are concerned, unless when it comes to civilians, the masses out there. But when it comes to Igbo man, no matter what you do, you must go to jail. That is what they believe so far. And that Nnamdi has come to stop. This was why he said that this whole suffering of Igbos will stop with me. I will never allow it to continue. You can imagine a common terrorist like Tinubu, a drug baron, a common terrorist who aided Buhari in recruiting terrorists from different countries and brought them to Nigeria because of vote. Today, the rest is history. You can see what is happening in Nigeria. He has audacity to try to judge Nnamdi Kanu by using this so-called Attorney General and the Chief Judge. These are people he created. These are people he gave job because they are not independent. And they are doing everything possible to cramp a man who God has not caused. Time shall tell. According to the Reverend Father, there will be wahala if you don't set Nnamdi free. I think I've come to the end of this news. Thank you so much. Do not forget to drop a comment in the comment section, share this, and remain blessed. Cheers.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this wonderful podcast. The Jewish has come out to say that Nnamdi Kanu must be released. It is high time the leader, the supreme leader himself of the indigenous people of the Biafra agitation, Nnamdi Kanu, should be released. The president and the presidency should heed to this direction and yield to this directive. Because you cannot incarcerate a man for 4 years and still there has been no proof for you to convict the man. You cannot incarcerate a man for more than 4 years and you have not given any evidence to sentence the man. Agitation is never a crime and will not be a crime. The North once drummed for the agitation from their end. They also made a way to exit the country. They had plans to leave the country. So why is Nnamdi Kanu style of agitation different? Why are you holding on to Nnamdi Kanu? Is it a crime for a man to exit the country who has failed the people? Is it a crime to say he does no longer want to associate himself with the Nigerian ideology anymore? Secession would never be a crime, and it will never be a crime. So the government of the day needs to understand that this issue of Biafra is an ideology which has come to stay. And ideology can never be defeated. You don't need international communities to tell you that it is time for you to let Nnamdi Kanu off the hook. You don't need international communities. For you to believe, for a government to hold on to someone for 4 years, that means the government itself is causing division in the country. You are making the people believe in the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu, because you cannot continue to say that a various court has given verdict that Nnamdi Kanu should be let go of the hook, but the government have refused to heed to that directive. And that is the major problem this region are saying we want to exit the country. We can no longer be part of the system. The system is faulty, the system is fraudulent, the system is deceptive. It is. The Jewish people are not telling you now to leave Nnamdi Kanu. President Muhammadu Buhari held Nnamdi Kanu, kidnapped him from Nairobi, Kenya, down to Nigeria, and now still upon his arrest, he is still being maltreated in his own country. There's a saying that says, "What doesn't kill a man makes him stronger." You think by arresting Nnamdi Kanu, you can stop the Biafra agitation? The answer is no. Kanu is beyond the Biafra agitation. The government needs to understand it that Kanu himself is an ideology. Biafra himself is an ideology which needs to be studied. Arresting Kanu is like taking off the leader of the struggle, but the struggle is still continues. The struggle has not ended, and the struggle will never end. Even the president himself today said it once that he does not believe in one Nigeria during the Nandeko era. He said it himself that he does not believe in one Nigeria. But the problem is, what has changed? What has changed from now, from then, when he did not believe in one Nigeria, and then that is president? What has changed is that because you will not believe in Nigeria, you will never believe in Nigeria if you are not part of system meeting, looting the commonwealth of the people. That is when you don't believe in one Nigeria. But once you are in the system works for you, you believe in one Nigeria. But Nnamdi Kanu is wealthy. He does not believe in the system. Nnamdi Kanu has said that he cannot jeopardize the freedom of Biafra, and that he will work for the interest of any Biafrans. That is how you know a courageous leader. That is not a leader who is ready to sacrifice for his people. You don't need the Jewish to tell you that it is high time to release Nnamdi Kanu. You don't need that. If truly the government of Nigeria obeys the rule of law, you should have allowed Nnamdi Kanu off the hook. Allow him off the hook. Because Kanu himself is a symbol of hope in the East. Kanu himself is a symbol of change in the East. Kanu himself has brought relief to his people, in whom they believe they cannot see anything good from Nigeria. And the truth be told, nothing good is coming out of the country. It has been from one bad news to another bad news. It has been from one story to another story. But the question is that the people you feel you've marginalized are now even waxing stronger compared to people who have governed this country since inception. Yes. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you release Nnamdi Kanu or not, you hold Kanu in detention, it will not stop the ideology in which the Igbo man is tired of the country. And that will not stop the focus. And what is the focus? The focus is the Biafra agitation. Even the president himself should not forget that he is an old Tudua man. The outside person is an Arab man. That is the trademark of these regions. We can always use the Igbo man as scapegoats every time. The Igbo man, you feel you've deprived of so many rights in Nigeria, is now on top of the whole scenario. Is now on top of the games and everything. Holding on to Kanu, to me, is a waste of time from the government. Without Kanu, the people are still saying they are tired of Nigeria. Ojukwu started the Biafra movement. Till date, it is getting stronger every now and then. It is getting stronger every now and then. And the people are happy that sooner or later they might exit the country. Yes, it is possible for them to exit the country. They can exit the country. Exiting the country should not be a do or die affair. And exiting the country is not a crime and will never be a crime. You invaded Kanu's apartment. You buy his parents. And now nobody is there. And the court has even said you should pay him a sum of amount for his invasion. And yet you don't want to obey the court. What a shame on the country. What a shame on those in authority. What a shame to those in power. Nnamdi Kanu has come to stay. Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter that will liberate the people from this economic quagmire. A man who has the focus and the drive. He said it in the court. He said, I will continue to fight for my people. It means no matter how it is, Kanu would always fight to keep the interest of his people. Kanu will always fight to make sure that his people are with him. And the government needs to be afraid of Nnamdi Kanu because he's a symbol of the new Igbo. It's the rise of the new Igbo man. At this point, I want to say thank you for staying tuned to this wonderful podcast. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Thank you so much.